Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Man, we got another good one. I know I always say that, right? But this is a good one. Today, we're gonna do a brisket's little brother. Now I've got about a 4-pound chuck roast, straight from the grocery store. It's nothing special. We're gonna season it up. We're gonna cook it on the Weber kettle today. We're gonna do low and slow. We're gonna get some smoke. So this is gonna take a little while to do, but in the end, it'll be worth it. So hang tight. Okay, well, here's my chuck roast. Like I said, that's about 4 pounds. So let's season this boy up. We're gonna start with something. This is a project with CJ and Uncle Steve. This is West Coast Shake. I've tried it with beef before, and I just like the flavor it adds. So that's going to start us. You notice it's pretty thick, so I'm going to be sure and get the sides. This is a nice piece of meat. Somebody made a good choice with this one. It's got just enough fat. All right. Again, this is another one of my favorites that I like. This is Smoke Bomb. Uncle Steve just got it going on. And we're gonna put a good coat. All right, look at that. All right, only thing left to do is go to the kettle with it. So come on. Here we go. Now, notice I've got a drip pan right here. I'm gonna let all of this drip in that pan rather than all over my grill. I've got charcoal over here. I've just got this side going, but it ran over 250 real quick after I got it lit. I'm gonna take several pieces of, this is apple wood, and put in here, and as this cook moves along, we're gonna get some good apple smoke on it. I'm just gonna leave it just like that. I've got one probe running to tell me the temperature of the grill, and I'm gonna run this as close as I can to the center. It's gonna keep up with the temperature of my meat, and I'm gonna put the top. Now I've got it run down halfway or so. I'll be adjusting this all day long. That's just part of cooking with the Weber. Trying to keep it, I want to stay above 225, but I don't want to go much above 250 while I'm getting the smoke on this. So low and slow is the word. So the cook's off. Well, we're 3 hours in, and it's time to put a little charcoal in. We're still looking pretty good here. All right, that's 8 more briquettes. And let's drop a couple more pieces of apple wood in here. Now, this was at 253 when I took it off. So I'm running about a third open and just barely open on the bottom, keeping the temperature down. So I'm going to start watching it pretty close again because I'll be regulating this all day. Again, this is after 3 hours. I'm about halfway to the temperature I'm expecting to need. I'm going to cook to tender, not really to temp, but I haven't hit the stall yet. And when I do, that's when I'll bring you back. Well, we've been watching the temp, and this meat has not gone up but 2 degrees in the last half an hour, which means we've hit the stall. So we're going to take the roast and go over to the table and wrap it. So come on with me to the table. All right, back over at the table, we're going to wrap this up. All right, I want it wrapped up nice and tight. I'm going to take and turn it, wrap it this way, then wrap it this way. Nice and tight. 2 thicknesses. All right, I'm going to take this, we're going right back on the kettle. All right, here we go. Right back on the heat. I'm going to take, set that lid down for a minute and see if I can get right back in the center like that. Get everything straightened out. And let's see, I tell you what, while we're out here, let's take and put just a few more briquettes. All right, that's 4 more. Let's put the lid back on and continue this cook. Now, I have an idea. I'm going to about 200 with this. We'll see. Once I get there, I'm going to check it for tenderness. And when I get to that point, that's when I'll bring you back. Well, Inkbird says we've broken 200. Let's try this and see. Oh yeah. That's just as tender as it can be. All right. Let's take it off. We're going to take it over to the table. I'll show you what's next. All right. We're going to take this roast still in the aluminum foil that we've had it in. I'm going to take and put it in this pan. I'm going to cover it. we're gonna let it rest 45 minutes to an hour, okay? So we're gonna leave it like this. We're gonna let it rest, cool down, and then we're gonna bring you back. Okay, we've let this rest about, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, and I'm gonna try to slice it right down through here and see what we got. Oh my goodness. Smells so good. All right. I'm gonna turn it and slice it right down through here. Oh yeah. There we go. She's still warm, but oh my goodness, it smells so good. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Is that good stuff? Little smoke ring on it. Hope you can see that. Oh my goodness. Hey, there's nothing left to do but try this. All right. Melt in your mouth tender? My goodness. Folks, listen. You don't want to do a whole brisket? Do this. I'm telling you. This is so good. I can't stop. Just melts and disappears. Oh my goodness, what a good bite. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet. I don't know. That would be perfect for sandwiches, sliced. I've got most of my family in there. I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna let them decide how they want to eat it. Hey, listen, I certainly appreciate you hanging around, seeing how this was gonna turn out. It was an easy cook. Everybody's got a Weber kettle. Do it on a Weber kettle. Like that. It's easy to maintain the temperature. It cooked so easy, and it didn't take that long to do. It really didn't. Hey, if you haven't already, how about hit the circle on this side, subscribe. I'll have another video just for you on this side. Hey, hit that thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Hype the video. Something new. Hype it. Makes the YouTube computer go crazy when you hype it. Until next time, hey, hang tight and listen. Be good to one another. Hang tight.